So, how often do you stop and look for your manifestation? Maybe check your progress. And you know what I mean. Checking to see if it is working. Asking yourself, is it here yet? Am I closer? Did I do enough today? Did I leave something out? And just be honest with yourself. How many times have you caught yourself doing this? You're waiting, but now it's disguised as progress. Well, you think, well, I'm just checking in, checking to see if I'm in the right state. But really, you're saying it's not here yet. So, measuring progress in your manifestation journey, if you will, is just another form of waiting. It's like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it's growing. And you've heard this analogy before. What happens? Nothing grows. So every time you measure, what are you telling yourself? That you don't have it yet, that it's still out of reach, that you're not there. And what happens then? That's exactly what your reality, the world, mirrors back to you. Not there yet. Can't see it, can't touch it, but I should be able to experience it. Where is it? But here's what I want you to notice. Who is it that feels the need to measure? Who is it that is asking, am I closer? Can you find them? Or is that too just another thought, another dialogue, another inner conversation? Without that story of progress, what is left? What if you stop checking, stop measuring? What if you just rested in the knowing that it's already done because nothing is missing from your true nature of I am? Can you feel how light that is, how free? You don't have to measure anything. You don't have to track it. You don't need proof. The moment you stop measuring is the moment you let it grow. And it doesn't grow because you're watching. It grows because it was already there, grown and ready. It's just your eyes that add the meaning that it's growing. You just needed to stop looking to actually see it. So let's go further. And just be as honest as you feel like, How many times have you compared yourself to someone else? I know I've done it. Where you felt like, oh, they got it faster. They're manifesting bigger things. Oh, I'll only follow this person because they manifested everything. They seem to have it all figured out. I wonder what they're doing differently. Does that sound familiar? Every time you compare, you're telling yourself one thing: I am just not enough. You're reinforcing the story that someone else has something you don't. And that story, it keeps you stuck. And simply be aware of this. We're not trying to judge this. And think about it. When you look at someone else's success, what happens usually for you? Maybe you create a gap, a space between where you are and where you think you should be. But that gap, it's not real. It's just a thought. So let me ask you this. Who is the you that is comparing? Who is it that thinks they are behind or they're being left behind? Can you find them? Or is that just another story, a dialogue floating through awareness, through I am? And without that story, if you set it aside, what is left? Without comparison, there is no gap, there is no race, there's nothing missing. Can you feel that? Can you feel how complete that is? The next time you catch yourself comparing, and I'll do this too, right? Stop, pause, ask yourself, is this real or is it just another story? Because the truth is there's nothing outside of you, nothing outside of I am, nothing outside of awareness. No one is ahead. No one is better. No one is behind. You're not late. You're not early. You're exactly where you need to be right now. You and me both. Always. So let's talk about something we all do. In some form or the other, we've done this. Holding on. Clinging to old stories, old beliefs, old versions, identities of ourselves. Why? Why do we hold on to what doesn't serve us anymore? Every time you hold on to the seeming old, you're inevitably not allowing yourself to see the new. You're saying, I don't trust what's next. You're saying, this is all I have. But is that really true? Is it? What are you holding on to right now? Ask yourself that. A belief that it's hard, a story that you're not good enough, that you're not better than the other person, a fear that if you let go, you'll lose control. Look closely. Can you see it? Just notice it. And now ask yourself, well, who is holding on? Can you find them? Or is that just another dialogue, a thought pretending to keep you safe? And without that thought, what is left? What happens when you lose your grip, even just a little? And do you feel it? The space, the freedom, the power. You don't need to hold on. You never did. What you truly desire doesn't need to be clung to. It doesn't need to be controlled. It's already yours. All you have to do is notice what is true. And that's how you let go of what is not true. That's how you let go of what is heavy, or letting go of what is keeping you stuck. And what happens? Everything you've been holding back flows effortlessly into your life. And yes, it can be this simple if you let it. And if you're interested in reminders, in weekly reminders, drop the comment letter in the comment section, and I'll hook you up with a link where you can sign up for my weekly reminders to your email. I'll see you in the next one.